Heidi. Good morning. Exhausting days for you, I'm sure. Now, yesterday we saw Victor Siane, a surprise witness, the person who was suspended last week, come before the inquiry. What did we hear from him?
So Victor Siane was suspended last week together with Fidelis Madavo, who is the head of listed investments at the PIC, and he was the most hard-hitting in his testimony since this commission has started. And he explained how he was unfairly suspended. And the reason why he has been suspended is linked to the Ayo Technologies deal. Now, this PIC Commission of Inquiry is trying to establish why the PIC invested in certain companies such as Ayo Technologies, and he was part of the committee that was introduced to this deal and was told this is a company that we need to go into. But he was very vocal in terms of saying that he was told that this is a favorable deal, and he expressed how CEO Dan Matjila used his authority to sign off the deal. He expressed how on the 14th of December 2017 they were presented with this deal, and by the 20th of December, a couple of days later, the deal was signed off. Now that is very concerning given the fact that it's about 70% less. It took 70% less than it normally does to sign off on a deal. So it took about 3 days for the PIC to decide that it wants to invest 4.3 billion rand, putting government employees' pension funds at risk here. And he was really vocal in terms of saying that this deal was dodgy from the beginning. It was a done deal. We couldn't negotiate anything. We couldn't negotiate any share price.
And the relationship between Dan Matjila and Iqbal Survey also, the friendship coming up there as well.
So he made it very clear that it was clear from the beginning that the reason why this deal was signed between the PIC and Ayo Technologies, and the reason why the PIC invested so much into this company, was because there was a very good relationship and friendship between Dan Matjila and Iqbal Survey. Now, Iqbal Survey is part owner of Ayo Technologies, and he said it was obvious because during that period when that deal was signed, there wasn't even a committee meeting that happened to establish if this is a company that the PIC should be investing in. When he requested that there should be further research and investigation into Ayo Technologies, he was told to do desktop research. And when the PIC is investing in a company, desktop research should...
That amount of money we're talking about, it's not going to cut it.
It's not enough. But he expressed how the relationship with Dan Matjila and Iqbal Survey was an obvious one. It was one of a really good friendship, and this is why that deal happened.
Wow. So you'd have to ask, I mean, what was going on at the PIC? I mean, what have we been hearing about just the culture, the mood, the atmosphere of being there around this time?
So I must say that ever since this commission started, we haven't been hearing much about the atmosphere and culture of the PIC, except yesterday when Siane took the stand, and he expressed how, there's an atmosphere of victimization, intimidation, and it's an atmosphere of you take instructions and you do not ask questions.
Or you get suspended.
Exactly. So you have a situation now where he was asking the questions. He was saying, why is there no due diligence done on this deal? Why are we not further investigating? Why is the PIC paying 43 Rand per share for this Ayo Technologies deal when that's not even the value of one share for this company? And he was very vocal in terms of saying that he thought that the atmosphere at the PIC would be much healthier when Dan Matjila left in December last year. However, that has not been the case, and now you have a situation where he's been suspended. So he was extremely hard-hitting in his testimony and very vocal.
So they're a bit of a break. They come back next week. Where will we pick up?
So they come back on the 25th of February, and that is because the judge is not available. However, they do need to submit their interim report by the 15th of Feb, which is highly unlikely given the fact that we've only heard from a handful of witnesses. But it's set to get more heated because people like the chairman of the board, as well as the deputy finance minister, Mondli Gungubele, is also set to have his say, given the fact that there are damning allegations against him as well.
What could happen between now and the 25th? You wonder with these inquiries. Eh?
Exactly.
Anything's possible. Okay, so the 25th of Feb is when they're back, not the 5th, as I understood. Thank you very much, Heidi Gioko. She'll keep us up to date on what's happening in yet the other inquiry.